I have nothing better to do today, and I don't want to work on my other crochet project that I started 2 days ago. So I'm gonna see if I can crochet a sweater in 12 hours today. I feel like it is very doable. It is 8:55 in the morning, almost 9 o'clock. And I have this yarn in my stash that I've been wanting to get rid of. This is some vintage yarn that has been discontinued for a long time. It's Sears yarn. And it says 1 ounce, 50% mohair, 50% Orland acrylic. The last time I made like my sweater with mohair, I did like just two panels because it was long enough for the front and the back, sewed them together, and then bottom ribbing and sleeve ribbing. I think I did it in like 2 days. I have a free day today, so I'm going to try to get it done. These balls have about, when I looked it up, it said they have about 100 yards, I think. And I have 14 of these. So I feel like that should be more than enough for a sweater. The last time I made this sweater, I used an 8mm hook. And I did 72 chains. I chained 72. I'm thinking I want it to be a little bit longer. So I think I'm going to go with 90, maybe 80. One of the two. So I'm also doing double crochet, back loop only, because it's going to be the whole thing made out of ribbing. I'm thinking that I should be able to get it done today. So I guess we're going to see. I'm going to get started. See, now my struggle is I cannot buy more of this yarn. So I could double the yarn up, but it's decently thick. It's not like, this is probably the thickness of the other yarn that the 2 strands I used together, because they were both mohair. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to double strand it or not. I might not double strand it because I think it's thick enough on its own. But if I don't, then I'm gonna have like a stupid quantity left of yarn that I'm not going to know what to do with. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I'll check back in some umpteenth amount of hours, or when I finish the first panel, or whatever goes on, because I have no idea. Maybe I'll give up. Who knows? But considering it's about to be 9 o'clock, I'm giving myself until 9 p.m. tonight to be done with this. Hopefully I can do it. We'll see. Okay, so I just finished my first ball. It is now 10:07, which is about an hour-ish later. I've got I'm on my 7th row, and this is what we've got so far. Good progress. Good progress. I think I'm gonna wound my next ball just so it's easier to pull out, because I feel like it made me go a little bit slower having to pull it. And this is going a lot quicker than I thought. It's also telling me that if 1/2 of one side is like done with one ball, that's telling me that it's gonna be like 5 balls, 6 at the most, to finish this sweater, and that I totally could have doubled this up. But I still think that it's nice, light, and airy, and still pretty dense. So, only an hour in, we've got good progress. I'll see you in another little bit. I just finished winding up the yarn, and I thought I'd show you guys how pretty it is. The blue fluffy balls. Little cakes. They're so tiny, but I think that this should be enough for me to finish the 2 body panels, because like I said, the first body panel is supposed to be 16 rows, because I'm going off of like how I drafted the pattern the last time. I did 16 rows, and I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do this time. Maybe 20, depending on how wide it is, because I want this to be a very airy sweater. So I'm at, I think I said 7. I'm on row 7, and I've got a little over half of it done. So I feel like this should hopefully get me to the end of this panel. If not, it's not a big deal. But I think four balls, maybe 5 at the most, for both 2 body panels will not be bad out of the 14 balls. So we'll see. Okay, so it is 11:45, and I just finished my first half, my first panel. So I did end up going with 16 rows because the button band will make it wider. I ended up using two balls, a little over 2 balls, because I only have 2 rows left. So like 2 and like a quarter maybe of a ball. This is shedding so badly, it's crazy. There are little fibers everywhere. But obviously for the panel, I'm gonna double it over so it has the front and the back super nice and wide. I'm about to get started on the second panel. This is going a lot quicker than I thought it would, but I have still this and this, and I should be able to, just with one more ball, I should be able to finish the whole body. And then I think I'm going to get started on the sleeves. Sorry, I'm just looking at what I wrote down before, and part of it does not make sense in my opinion. I'll survive though. Okay, so I'm back. It is 3:15 and I just finished the second body panel. So now I officially have 2 body panels. I have this one and I have this one. I am thinking that my next course of action is I'm either going to start the sleeves or no, what I need to do is I need to map out where I'm going to sew it together. Like I need to evaluate where I'm going to seam the back up and then probably seam the back. And then I need to evaluate how big I want the armholes. I think I'm going to do it. The last time I made this sweater, I did like 30 stitches for the armholes. I think I'm going to do that again. They were plenty big, plenty baggy. So I just got to mark that off for 30 stitches for the armholes. And then do that because I know That's 15 rows. So it's one less row than the body for the armholes. And considering it's like literally a third of the stitches, it should go by pretty fast. I don't think it should take me that long. I am on my 5th ball. This is how much I have left of the 5th ball. I think I'm gonna leave it for the sleeve ribbing because I'm thinking that each sleeve should be about 1 ball. Each sleeve should be about 1 ball. So could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Each sleeve should be about 1 ball. So I'm gonna wind those up, and then what do I have until 9 o'clock tonight? I still have 6 hours. I have so much time. I've been chilling, watching YouTube. I was like speeding at first, and then I was like, why am I going so fast? I have plenty of time to work on this. So I'm gonna wind up, I'll wind up 3 balls because I also have to do the ribbing, and then yeah, so I'll see you at another unknown umpteenth amount of time. But I think for me the best bet is I'm gonna get started on the sleeves because I feel like the sleeves should go fairly fast, and then probably I'm gonna do the sleeves, and then I think I'm gonna map out where I'm gonna sew the back and the sides together and then go from there. I don't remember the last time how long I did the back seam. I know this time I'm gonna do it a little bit shorter because on the last sweater it pulled up a little bit in the back, and I want to minimize that as much as I can. So hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be done with the sleeves. I'm thinking that'll be around, it's 3 o'clock now. It's almost 3:20. So hopefully by the time I'm done with the sleeves, I'm thinking it'll be like 5:30. I could be wrong, but I also have to look for buttons because I probably should add buttons because I love a good button moment. I know that's going to take a big chunk out of my time. I also don't know if I want to look for like light blue buttons or I want to do white buttons. I don't think I'm a fan of white buttons. Maybe a beige would be cute. Not really sure, but I'll be back. Okay, so it is 4:45. I took a little break, been chilling. I finished my first sleeve. So there's that. I did 15 rows, and this is how much I have left from that ball. So that'd probably be enough to do the sleeve ribbing. And then I also have this little amount, so I'm going to stick those two together and work on the second sleeve. Getting pretty close here, so because after I do the second sleeve, I'm going to seam the sides and the back and the sleeves. So shouldn't take me that long. I'm gonna get it tired. Excuse me. But I still got like 5 hours, so I'm really not pressed at all. I'm very confident that I'm gonna finish this today. Okay, so it is 6:09, 6:10, and I have seamed the back and I have seamed both sleeves so far. And we pretty much, oh, no, my ring getting caught. Have a finished kind of sweater. Kind of finished. Why did I think it was going to be longer? But I think it's fine. Next, I'm going to do, there's fuzzies everywhere. I'm going to do the sleeve ribbing and the body ribbing. I'm going to start on the bottom and then work my way around because I still need to find some buttons. I have like 3 hours left in the 12 hours. So I feel like I'm good. This is a lot more coverage than I thought it was going to be. It also is short. I don't know if that's from me or what it's from. I feel like it's gonna block out and block really airy. The last one that I did was way more, the sleeves were not this cinched, but it could just be me. I don't know. We got some time. Okay, so I have 1 hour left. It's 8 o'clock. I've completely finished the bottom ribbing and the ribbing on the sleeves. And I'm about to get started for the ribbing around the front of the sweater and making the buttonholes. I'm fairly certain that I'm going to be able to finish the sweater. Do I think I'm going to have the buttons sewed on? No, I do not. Because for me, that takes forever. But I still consider that a win. So we'll see. Okay, so great fucking news. It is 8:44, which means I have 15 minutes left. I just finished the ribbing on the body. That means I am done, baby. We're not going to talk about the ends. That doesn't count, okay? But that means I have 15 minutes to sew on these 4 buttons. And then I will be done. So I think that's possible. All I need to do is get out my needle. I actually have some yarn left. I thought I'd have to roll up another ball. I don't. So I will have enough yarn to sew these buttons on. I'm going to do that. Okay. So I literally just finished and it just turned 9 o'clock. Like it just turned 9 o'clock and I finally finished. So, like I just finished sewing on the last button. So, we're not going to talk about the ends because, in my opinion, the ends do not count. But, I am done with the sweater. It is done. The sleeves are done. The buttons are done. Wow, that button's really high. I didn't think it would be that high, but let's button the buttons. This is what we got. This button, I don't know what's going on with it. That's super tight. I don't think that's necessary, but I didn't think it would be that tight. But we are done. So, let's talk about the drama. Can I crochet a sweater in 12 hours? The answer is yes. And I would say this is very cute for like a mohair-ish sweater. It's also very boxy, which I like for this style. I feel like I also almost could have gone with just 2 buttons. But I would have been done way sooner, but I spent 40 minutes looking for buttons. So that's a long time. That ate up almost an hour. But I would say I'm fairly pleased with this sweater. I am going to sew the ends in and then block it. And hopefully That'll widen it up. I thought the sleeves would be baggier. They're not. They just need to be stretched out a little bit. I do not think I'm gonna wear this. I don't like it. It is not my vibe. I think it's more the color. It's like very white. And it is super fuzzy and it sheds a lot. The other one I made did not shed this much. And I feel like that's more a deterrent for me because I wear a lot of black. So for this being a 12-hour sweater, it is not bad and I am not upset with it. It is still very cute. It does not have the other problem that the other sweater had where it pulled up in the back. So that's good, but the overall consensus is yes, I can crochet a sweater in 12 hours. Albeit, even if it just is a chunky mohair sweater. So there we go.